In this video, I'll be showing you how to upload a file in Microsoft Copilot Studio. Now, there are multiple ways to process a file, add a file in the chat interface, and also process the information or the metadata which comes with the file. Now, I've separated this into multiple videos, so you might see like 3 or 4 videos related to file upload process. Now, in this basic process, I'll show you how you can request for a file input from a user and then take that information and then use it for further processing, either give it to Power Automate Flow or process its content and then provide a response to the end user. So, as you see in the screenshot over here, I've created a simple agent named as Girish Teams agent, and it asks for a simple question, and you can attach a file over there. Once you attach a file, you get some sort of like a response. Now this response, like I have created a message node, and then within that message node I have extracted some information. Now I've covered this in the separate topic, but just to give you a rundown on how this thing works, let's jump into the demo. So here in Copilot Studio, so I'm in Copilot Studio, I've created a whole bunch of agents over here. Now let me pick up one of the agents. So let me pick up, say, climate agent over here. And here in the chat interface, now I can go ahead and ask some questions related to weather or anything which is related to the temperature, wind, speed, and all those things. But what if I want to send out a file? Now, in order to send out a file, there are multiple options. So while chatting, you can just click on this paperclip icon, and then the interface of file upload will come. So as you see over here, you can see that I have opened the file interface uh, so that I can select the file and then I can give it to Copilot Studio agent. Now, what if you want to prompt an input from a user? So for that, what you need to do is, like, let's go into a topic and maybe let's create a topic. So let me create a topic, add a topic from blank, and I will say that. So describe what this topic does. So I'll say trigger this topic when user types in logo. So I'm just creating some random topic. When the user types in logo, this topic should trigger. So request for logo file. And now here we have lot of options: send a message, ask a question, ask with adaptive card. So if you pick up ask a question, here in the identity, there are various data type which you can select. So I've seen over here that there is multiple choice option. There is option from a list variable, one of multiple entities, user entity response, age, boolean, cd. So these are like different entities which you can pick and choose. Now these all entities can be configured separately. Now that I'll cover in the separate video. But if you see over here, we get something called as a file. So it is file attached by a user or generated by a connector. So we can pick up this entity. So if I click on file over here, so and then we can present to a user some message. Please upload your logo image file. And we have selected identify as the selected entity as of type file, and we can save the response in a variable. Now this variable, let's call this as var file. This particular variable can be stored either as a topic variable, or it can be as a global variable. Now depending on your how you want to utilize this information, whether you're utilizing just within this topic or you're using it across the topic, you can pick up topic and global. Now all good. What I'll do, I'll just click on save. Now, this is all required when you want to request for a file input from a user and want to process that information. Like it can be a resume of the user, or it can be an invoice, or it can be some image which needs to be processed by your backend agent. Now, here I have just created this topic, and let me just go back and let me just type in logo. So I've typed in logo and it says please upload your logo image file. Now it is requesting for an input, and I can go ahead, click on attachment, and here maybe I'll just pick up one of the signature logo. And now it says thank you for providing the logo file. If you need any further assistance, feel free to ask. So I've just uploaded this logo, but then if you want to see exactly what has happened with this logo, or where it got stored, or maybe what are the metadata of this particular logo, you can further use some system variables to extract those information. Now, I won't cover in much depth, but let me just edit a topic and let me show you in one of the message node on how to extract the information. Now we have this output in var file. So this is a var file. It's of type file. Now this is the attachment which has been added into the system. So if I go into this variable over here, I can directly open this file. So if I just click on var file, and let me just type in, say this is the file. I'll click on save. And let me type in again. I'll just put in logo. It will ask for a file input, and then I can go ahead and click on this paperclip icon and pick up any image. So I've uploaded this image, sent, and then it will give you the information. This is the file. Now as you see, what has happened is you uploaded this and it has in turn given you the file back in the interface. So why it has come? Because we have made use of a topic variable, and then the topic variable is of type file, and this file has been returned back. So if you want to return a file to the user, this is how you can do that. Now there are other things which you can do. Now let me remove this message node. So this is what will return the file. So what we have done, we have taken the var file of type file, and then we have just put this file in the message window, and then it has given us the response back. So let me remove this message and add a new message. So I'll say send a message, and here I will make use of some system variable. So if I go into system variable, I can see there is something called as activity dot attachments. Now let me pick up activity dot attachment. So it is of type table. So if I click on save, and I'll clear up the test agent, and again I will put that same request for a logo. Please upload an image file. This time I'm going to pick some other file and just click send. And now as you see what it has done, it has given you the output of the file, like the what file you have uploaded. Also it has given you some sort of a JSON content. Now this is a very important content which will help you in, say, picking up this file and storing it somewhere. So I'll cover this in a separate video, whereby I'll pick up the file, I'll store it in say Teams, or I'll store it in OneDrive, or I'll store it in SharePoint, or maybe in Azure Blob Storage. So I can go ahead and do that. So think about an agent which you're building, whereby user can upload their resume or cover letter, and then you collate those information, put it in a corresponding folder that specific for that specific user. Or it can be a workplace health and safety form, or an incident form. So there are multiple use cases for this. So this is just important to understand the concept of how file is managed within Copilot Studio. Now if you see over here, this is the JSON content. Now we need to interpret this content, what this content is all about. So let me make use of JSON grid desktop. So this is an application which I'm going to use. So let me copy this code. As this is an array, we will not be able to get proper information. So let me just format it over here. I don't think so this tool will be able to help us because this is not a proper, this is kind of an array. So let's explore this array. Maybe I'll just open Notepad and show it to you. Yep. So it says bot set and then the content. So we have this content kind value. So it's of type kind value. Then this is another value, and then this is a content type, and this is a value. This is the name, and again there is a kind of file data value, and then we have value, and then we have conversation file reference. So I will cover this in a separate video, but then just to give you a context around what happens when you upload a file, these are the metadata which can be captured. So first it says that it is an array. Why it is an array? Because you can upload one file or you can upload multiple files, so that's why it is in the form of an array. So if you have uploaded two files, you would have got one more record set for this particular information. Then it will give you an information of what it is. The kind is of conversation file reference. This is the ID, the unique identifier. The content type of the file which I have uploaded is image PNG. If you upload PDF, it will be something else. If you upload Word document, it will be something else. And this is the name of the file which it has captured. So this was Girish signature 12.png. And this is how you can extract those information. Now if you see this value, this is that same value as the value listed over here. So that's it, folks. This is how you can basically extract the metadata, and then if you want to pass on this information to other system, you can just pass on this information, as you will get these information in the variable. So I'll show you that. So if you go into the topic, and if you go for request for logo file, there are multiple items which you can get. So I have just made use of activity dot attachments. So if I just type in over here and insert variable, go to system, and you'll see activity dot attachments. You get activity dot channel, from which channel it is coming, for which data it is coming, from where it is coming. Now it all depends on where you are testing the system. So one example would be, now we are just testing in the test interface over here. So take for example, if I have a bot, so I have a bot which is named as Girish Teams Agent. As you see over here, I have deployed in Teams. Now if you see over here in the chats, you will see the same Teams agent. Now here I can upload a file to an agent. So here I can just type in hi. The agent will start responding, and then from here I can start uploading the file in this particular interface. So here if I just click on plus, I have an option to upload a file. Now I can either drag and drop a file, or I can click on attach a file. Now I already have a couple of files in the system over here. So let me pick up manager.xlsx, click on submit, and then this agent will receive that file. Now what the agent will do, it will start processing this information. Now this bot, I haven't configured it for this particular scenario because it hasn't asked for please attach a file or something. But once you take this file, you can process this information. Um, I have an example like which I showed you in the slide deck. Now, as you see over here, this is that Teams agent. I have uploaded this file, and then it has given me some information around what does this file contain. So the activity dot attachments, activity dot channel from. So if you see the channel, it is coming from MS Teams because it has identified the channel from where this activity is happening. So I'm going to cover activity variable in a separate video, but then just to summarize, in order to upload a file, there are multiple ways. One of the option is to use a question node. Identity is of type file. So you request for a file, the file information will get stored in a variable which is of data type file, and then from that you can extract various information. So you can go into the question node. So if I go into the question node and we have selected this variable as var file, go into the messages, and then here you can make use of a system variable activity dot attachments, or you can pick up the value var file which is of topic variable, and then you can use that to show the information which we have already seen in this example, that it returns back the file which you have uploaded. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching.